Not with us, who played such a pivotal part of Shamini in the film. She's not in town, but she sends her love to all of you. And now, over to you, Rocky, for the Randhawa family.
पहले तो आप सभी को प्यार भरा नमस्कार। देखो मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ मुझे स्टेज और माइक मत ही दिया करो। वो कुछ भी हो अब कुछ भी हो सकता है। बस मैं इतना कहना चाहूँगा आप सबको यहाँ देखे आज आई एम सो हैप्पी मानो जैसे हैप्पीनेस के फुहारे छूट रहे हैं बाय गॉड। और all the more happiness because now I have the great honor and privilege to introduce most wonderful members of our ensemble. People who are very, very dear to my heart. You've seen the film, and without much further ado, I would like to call on stage Poonam, my mummy, played by Ishiti Jo. Anjali Anand plays Golu, my sister, and Amir Bashir, who plays my father. Is he here? Amir is not here. Jayaji is not here. But even so, Ma. आपको पता है Shiti is actually younger than me? No? Oh sorry. आजा, अरे मुझको राणा जी माफ करना, गलती मारे से हो गई। I am so happy.
You are very happy, and I'd like to now take this opportunity to call our collaborators and the spine of our company. Our collaborators, Viacom, have been great partners, and I'd love to invite Mr. Ajit Andhare on stage, please.
काम तो बहुत आसान हो गया. So I would, without further ado, like to bring on stage two very, very, very special artists and the heart and soul of the Chatterjee family. Churni ma'am, Amar Ma, and Tota sir, Amar Baba.
Success of the film. Ranveer, can anyone else play a Delhi boy better than you?
I don't know. That's not for me to say, but yeah, I'm glad that amongst various Delhi boys that I've played, I'm able to find something different to offer with every character. So that's very fulfilling and heartening to learn from the audience's reaction to the film and the character and the performance.
Kathak dance was outstanding.
Thank you,
What
madam.
was Deepika's reaction to that?
She loved it. Actually, it was one of the most memorable and fulfilling movie watching experiences of my life. I took her on a Saturday night to watch Rocky or Rani ki Prem Kahani. It was just the two of us sitting in the last row on recliners, and I had seen the film already. So I was really just there for her reaction, and she was laughing, she was crying, she was clapping, whistling, and oftentimes turning to me and saying, "Oh." So yeah, I had the best and most fulfilling experience sitting with her and watching it. She's very, very proud of me, and I'm very happy about that.
One last question to Mr. Apurva and Ajit ji. How has your association been with each other, Viacom and Dharma?
I think the best answer is just look at all the 4 films that we did together, and I think the answer is supplied by those films. I think the other thing I want to say is I've been actually very impressed with the amount of nuance and understanding. Of course, we talk about the creative aspects and his directorial, strength and all of that. But I think what has been learning for me is the amount of distribution knowledge that Karan has, and of course Apurva, is standing next to him, supplying all the encyclopedia. But he has such a deep knowledge of which territory is supposed to do how much and all of that. That suddenly we as a team are slightly under pressure that okay, we need to make sure our A game is there all the time, So so I think it's been a very, very fulfilling partnership. We've learned from each other, and I hope that we'll be able to create a lot more work together as we go forward.
I couldn't have said better. I think it's been a tremendous association. I think they have an amazing team.
नरम्पा जी, आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकते हैं? आपके ठीक सामने। मैंने ये पूरी फिल्म देखी है, दिल से बोल रहा हूँ, ये सवाल दिल से है। कि आपका वो किसिंग सीन बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत ही प्यारा था। तो अगर कुछ थोड़ा बहुत अगर आप बता सकें।
करण जी, आपके किसी सीन के बारे में
कैप्टन ने सब कुछ बता दिया। कैप्टन अच्छा हो तो टीम खूब खेलती है। और ये कहता है कि 5 साल बाद आया हूँ करण, 5 साल बाद आया, 7 साल बाद आया, ये अपने जौहर दिखा कर जाएगा। मैंने जब पहले कहानी सुनी, मैं बुरी कहानियों में भी काम किया, पैसे के लिए, किसी को हेल्प करने के लिए, मगर जिस दिन ये कहानी सुनी मैंने, मुझे लगा ये घर घर की कहानी है। आप किसी भी कैरेक्टर को पकड़ो, आजकल छोटे छोटे बच्चे डांस करते हैं। मैं देखा कि मेरी अपने बच्चे को पूरा झुला रही है, झूला हल्का रही है, मैं लट्टी है बोला, मैं अपनी जो रणवीर कपूर ही बनेगा। रणवीर ने जो किया है, he is really a very good actor and a very emotional person. I enjoyed every bit of my time with this unit and और क्या कहूँ मैं, अभी तो शहर में नहीं दुनिया में चर्चा है कि रानी और रॉकी और रानी की कुछ है। बहुत मज़ा आया, दोनों ने बहुत अच्छा। मैं पिक्चर की बात कर रहा हूँ।
आपको ऑडियंस के रिएक्शन देखने चाहिए हॉल्स में वो वाले सीन पे।
मैं बाईचांस जा नहीं सका, पता है मुझे लोगों की बहुत से मैसेज आ रहे हैं कि धर्म जी आपने ऐसा ऐसा मैंने याद, ये तो मेरे दाएं हाथ का काम है। दाएं हाथ से करवाना वही करवाना। और मुझे कहा करण ने कि पाजी जो आप हैं वही रहना। मैं सोचता था यार,
ये आप प्राइवेट बातें क्यों बात हो?
मैं बाबू को बताया मैंने गुड स्टोरी एंड गॉड इज ग्रेट। और मुझे भी जब जब मौका मिलता है छक्का मार देता हूँ। ऐसे आता हूँ, लेकिन आता हूँ तो आप लोगों ने जो दिलों में जगह दे रखी है मुझे, ये मैं जाने नहीं दूंगा। इसे बनाए रखूँगा, ऐसे ही बनाए रखूँगा, क्योंकि मुझे बनना नहीं आता। मैं हकीकत हूँ, जो दिल में है, मन में है, वो कह देता है। और मोहब्बत से बढ़कर कुछ नहीं। तो मोहब्बत आपकी न देती रोशनी गर मेरे नाम को, कैसे बनता धर्म में आपका, पहुंचता कैसे इस मकाम। इसके लिए खेल बोलता मेरा बच्चा है, इसके तो मैं बचपन से मेरे बच्चे भी जानते हैं, फैमिली के बेरुखी से उनकी रुख न मोड़ा मैंने, जिद को इनकी जिद से अपनी तोड़ा मैंने। आई ना माथे पे शिक जो दिल शिकनी से इनकी, मुस्कुरा कर गए लिपट एक दिन, कहते बेशर्म कहेंगे। कुछ इस तरह का रोमांस अच्छा लगा, बहुत मज़ा आया। मैं तो जो बोलते थे, मुझे मालूम था जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, जो मुझे दिया गया करने को, इसमें दम है। तो जैसे भी मैं निभा गया, आप लोगों ने पसंद किया। आप मतलब आप भी सिर्फ कैमरे नहीं देखते, आप भी पिक्चर भी देखते हैं। लव यू ऑल, आई एम हैप्पी because of my captain, my co-stars, my whole team. I am grateful to them. It was very nice time for me. ये ब्लेंड हुआ ऐसे, इनको देख के मुझे लगता है हमारी लड़की को, लड़की को, कि ये गोल्डन डेज का राज का मिक्सचर है। गोल्डन डेज में हम जब लड़की को देखते थे, ये टू बी फ्रैंक, तो लड़की देखती रहती थी और देखते देखते रह जाती। और आर्ट भी था, लेकिन इसमें जो आर्ट है इनमें बहुत वेरी टैलेंटेड गर्ल, bless her, she should continue and give us some more good picture and Ranveer new team too. Okay, we need you. Love you all. Any other question is there?
It's obvious we have to do a convo.
But obvious.
But obvious. Karan said in an interview that the Kathak performance of yours could
I read everything that you wrote on social media, Gita. Thank you so much. It really touched my heart. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
means a lot to me that how much happy I was twice in a row I have done the film. So yeah, I think once more I have to go and see. But Karan sir said in an interview that the Kathak performance you performed in the film could have gone down south, how people would have perceived it or not. Were you scared to step on the stage at that particular moment perform? And what if, were you like triggered by that thought that there could have been a what if to it?
Well, in the initial days of rehearsal, I was a bit anxious because I've got a lot of muscle mass pain. You know, my shoulders, chest, bicep, tricep, very big, very tight, lot of muscle mass and density. So it was very difficult in the initial days. One had to uncondition one's body for the grace of Kathak to kind of come in. I was getting reports that Tota sir is killing it in Kolkata. He's on it for hours a day, putting in the sweat, putting in the work, and yeah, he was doing it in Kolkata, I was doing it in Bombay, and I knew at the back of my mind that we were safe and secure because we were being choreographed by Vaibhavi ma'am, and she is an absolute stickler for absolute excellence. तो वो छोड़ती नहीं जब तक उनको जो चाहे वो मिले नहीं. So all credit to her, to the choreography team who really put us through the paces till the very last hour. And I'm so thrilled with the reaction to that moment. I've been in the cinema halls personally to witness that, and it is the most euphoric, most fulfilling and joyous feeling to see the audience's reaction to that.
Alia, Samina from Times of India. So my question is to you. Journalist नहीं करना कैसे था because KRA goals सब भूल चुके थे आपको देखते वक्त. Literally I was wondering, I hope ऐसे career होता. Second question is आपकी शादी के आसपास ही you were wearing that bridal gown and all, you know, after that meeting. So how was that experience and what's Ranveer Kapoor's reaction to this?
To the journalist thing, honestly, my first day of shoot was my introduction in the film. और जहाँ पे मेरा सीन होता है वो मिनिस्टर जी के साथ और जो मैं अपनी बहुत ही पैशन के साथ बात कर रही थी उनके साथ, and I genuinely felt very comfortable doing that scene just because of how much I connected. And there is one more scene जो फिल्म में नहीं है जहाँ पे मैं actually रिपोर्टिंग कर रही थी, उसमें भी मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया. I don't know if I'll make a good journalist in that, but I definitely enjoyed that a lot. काफ़ी लोग मुझे कह रहे हैं कोई जर्नलिस्ट ऐसे साड़ीज नहीं पहनती है, but हाँ they're very simple sarees, but this is Karan Johar's version of that. To answer your question about कुड़माई जो आपने अभी गाना देखा, yeah, actually it was in the same week. 4 days later जो मेरी शादी रियल लाइफ में हुई और फिर रियल लाइफ में हुई, बहुत ही अलग थी दोनों. My home wedding was my simple, very light sari, बहुत ही easy था. मतलब मैं, you know, I was roaming around very freely here. There was this heavy लहंगा, सर पे मेरा पिंक का heavy दुपट्टा. I was definitely very grateful कि मेरा जो है शादी था बहुत ही simple था, घर पे था, because I would not have been able to do those things twice. And one interesting thing I'll tell you is जब हम फेरे ले रहे थे, रॉकी और रानी फेरे ले रहे थे, तो ऐसे उन्होंने कुछ कहा कि नहीं नहीं फिर लड़का आगे जाता है, ऐसे नहीं लड़की फिर आगे जाती है, नहीं नहीं आता है, मैं अभी करके आई हूँ यार, मेरे को पता है लड़की आगे जाती है. So that was one funny moment. And actually that moment, if you see in the song, जब रणवीर नीचे जाता है, he puts his head ahead like that and you know lets me put the वरमाला on top of him. वो actually मेरे साथ हुआ था. जो पहले रणवीर को उठा दिया था और मुझे कोई उठा नहीं रहा था, मैं देख रही थी कोई उठाओ यार मुझे. Then he only went on his knees and he went down and I put the varma. So that was
तो काफी क्लोज हो गया सब।
हाँ, बिल्कुल।
He loved.
making song.
Actually, I was not going to reveal this. It was my little secret. But I was very nervous. I don't know whether it was going back to shoot after a couple of months. First time doing a full proper lip sync song after I think Ishq Wala Love. Yeah, that kind of, you know, that there was an inherent sort of nervousness in me which I felt that I can do something more to do better. So I was discussing with Karan and Karan said, you know, why don't you call Shah Rukh up? Maybe he'll give you some tips. So I called him up to talk on the phone. You know, I just want to understand from you because nobody lip syncs like you. And he said, "Tu ghar aa ja." Suhana also was wanting to learn this. तो दोनों को साथ में हम ट्यूशन करेंगे, क्लास करेंगे. तो तू गाना लेके आ जा. And we went and I was there for like about 2-3 hours. And Suhana और मैं पूरा एक गाना गा रहे थे. There's a whole lip sync portion which Shreya sung beautifully. जो हम अभी रिलीज करने वाले हैं, the extended version of
हो गया release, हो गया.
No, the video.
Oh, the video.
The video. तो वीडियो हम रिलीज करने वाली एक्सटेंडेड वर्जन. तो वो बहुत फास्ट जा रहा था. तो मैं बहुत हाइपर हो रही थी वो फास्ट को लेकर. बट द वे ही ब्रोक इट डाउन, ही मेड मी डाउनलोड सम ऐप एंड ही सेड ये बार करो. ही आल्सो हैड लर्नड द सॉन्ग बाय द एंड ऑफ इट. It just shows how generous and such a large-hearted man and so wonderful and just always willing to help and be there for you. And whether it helped for this film or not, I know that experience will be irreplaceable in my life.
करण जी, हाय. आपने अभी रणवीर सिंह की एनर्जी के बारे में बताया एंड आपने बताया कि वो बहुत ही एनर्जेटिक है. पहली बार आप उनके साथ में काम कर रहे हैं, तो क्या हम ऐसा माने कि धर्मा को एक नया सुपरस्टार मिल गया है?
धर्मा को क्यों, इंडस्ट्री को सुपरस्टार बहुत पहले मिल गया था. पहले रणवीर सिंह यशराज का हीरो है और हमेशा रहेगा, और वो यशराज को पहले मिल गया था. ये धर्मा की खुशकिस्मती है कि रणवीर सिंह हमारे यहाँ भी आके उन्होंने बहुत बेहतरीन काम किया है. और हम यही चाहते हैं हमारी कंपनी में, आलिया और मेरी कंपनी में, ऐसे ये कि हम कि बार लगातार रणवीर हमारे साथ अगर काम करें तो मैं बस कहूँगा कि ज़हन नसीब.
एक्चुअली मैं करेक्ट करूंगी. हम बस चाहते हैं कि रणवीर सिंह हमेशा हर हफ्ते काम करते रहे, क्योंकि हर हफ्ते उनकी पिक्चर लगी और हर हफ्ते मैं टिकट खरीद के जाऊंगी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस टैलेंटेड बॉय. प्राउड ऑफ यू बेटा, प्राउड ऑफ यू.
मेरी बिल्ली मुझे म्याऊं. आप भी जानते हैं, आप भी गाइए. And so that is true testament to the legacy of Dharma, and I'm only too proud to be a small part of it.
You know, for the first time in the history of Dharma, our logo is only 5 seconds because of length. So it goes and that's it. If you notice, there is, yes, it's not because I was so paranoid about the length of the film that I was like, सब logos काट दो. So they said, no, काट नहीं सकते. मेरा title भी निकाल दो. So in every other film you hear the whole chorus. In mine is cut. It is literally that much. So I'm so sorry that we had to do this for our film. But I felt like I am the only person who can do it and not upset anybody. Because everybody else would want the whole chorus. But I said, but if I cut it, nobody will feel bad.
शुक्र है लोगो काटा, सिर्फ लोगों को नहीं काटा. Thank you very much.
हाँ, सीक्वल की तैयारी अभी वो राज को राज ही रहने देते हैं. Yes.
Sir, as everybody calls you, how difficult is it for a man like you to become slightly effeminate?
Not really if my director is Mr. Karan Johar. Because for me, acting is actually trying to fulfill my director's vision in the best way possible. And when I work under somebody as sensitive as Karan sir, I know that I just have to listen to what he says and try to understand his vision. So whether that character becomes effeminate or slightly, or I get in touch with my feminine side, it's not a matter of it's been presented by Mr. Karan Johar.
So was that difficult?
Not really. I honestly, ma'am, I didn't think about the process at all because It was a blind dive. It was a jump of trust. I trusted him and I submitted blindly to his vision.
Ranveer, how long did you take to learn Dola de Dola?
Weeks actually. We had a break between schedules. So we had some time. Best way to utilize it is to rehearse. Rehearsal is the name of the game for any performer.
He at one point, I'm sorry to interject, but he called me at one point and he says, he's like, Karan, I don't think I have a bone of Kathak in my body. Like, I really don't think I'm being able to do this. He was really initially struggling, and that's why he worked extra hard.
It is because of extra muscle mass.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's so yeah. Oftentimes, due to scheduling, us performers we don't really get the ideal amount of time that one would like to rehearse. There's no end to how much you can rehearse. But here I had the opportunity and I took it with both hands.
Tell me, you had a couple of.
Thank you.
Hello, Ranveer. Chiru. Ranveer, my congratulations
Enjoyed
first.
it.
Hello.
Good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for the question.
Ranveer, congratulations first. This is really a hitting bullseye after 83. Really waiting for you to hit some bullseye. But you know, you are somebody who come over prepared on the sets. How was it like performing and cracking with this having this cracking chemistry with Alia? Because you know how much room does it leave for an actor when you are so well prepared? And Karan, are you somebody who like to direct actors, or you like to see them perform and observe and choose, okay, that's what you know?
Before Ranveer and Alia, I think we should ask actors that I worked with for the first time. So Shruti Jog, who I absolutely love, and I will say one moment about her a little later. And Anjali Anand, who in many ways this is her launch film. You can ask them actually. Shruti, what do you think I was doing on set?
No, to answer your question, I think it is a mix of both. The best thing is that he exactly knows what he wants, and by that I mean the emotion of the character. So the moment he explains the emotion, you get it. And if you want to go a step further, he's never said no. I know it for a fact that he's changed dialogues, he's changed scenes, he's changed his angles just because one of us is going a step ahead and trying to say कि ऐसा करके देख ले क्या. I think it takes a lot when you need to change the entire lighting only because one actor says एक step और जाता हूँ. I think it's fabulous, and whatever little that I have worked, I think he's one of the most cooperative, easygoing, and absolutely loving director that I have. I think he loves and respects his actors way more than we actually love ourselves when we are performing. It's only because of him you start feeling that yes, you're doing something really, really right. So thank you, sir.
Anjali, Lipika,
Hi.
you played you portrayed your character in a very subdued manner initially. When you blasted, you were too good.
Thank you.
How do you look at that scene? You know.
I think a lot has been said about that scene, and like she said, like I was waiting that he would give me some direction, but he wouldn't even come to know that he's actually directing you. He would just come and have a conversation with you, and he just knew exactly what he wanted. And I think no director has ever trusted me so much. He knew why he's cast me, and he knew what I could do, and he just trusted me with what I could do. And that scene where I'm bursting out at everybody, I think I ate up a few lines which were there, because the first time I did it, we were both not happy with it, and I said it can be better. And the second time I did it, I ate up a few lines from the middle, and I think he said, I think it works because I didn't feel it, I didn't say it. And for someone who's written such a big breakout scene, which is such an important scene in that character's graph, for someone to just be okay with it in a fraction of a second that she didn't say it, that's not a big deal. She said what she felt, and we felt what she felt. So I think that is a mark of. It's Karan Jawhar, my name is Anjali. What do you think?
Alia, this question is to you, the little girl. you've been working with Karan, you know, and he's known to be doing family films. And a very good message, and everybody comes, you know, all the audiences have also loved this film. Since you have married also recently, any message you would like to give for joint family and nuclear family, you know, like girls are now getting into nuclear family, you know.
Any message that I would like to give through this film? I think this film says it all, and I think the what Karan said right now about the line that even Dharanji says in the film, very important time, कि घर नहीं तोड़ा जाता, रिश्ते नहीं तोड़ते. अभी इनके कैंसिल कल्चर सीन से ही ले लो, हम बहुत क्विक टू जज हो जाते हैं, समटाइम्स वे आर हार्डर इवन ऑन आवर ओन पीपल. लेकिन जो फैमिली आपकी स्ट्रेंथ और सपोर्ट बनती है वो कोई नहीं बन पाता, और वो मेरे लाइफ में भी है. विथ माई फैमिली एंड माई होल फैमिली, my mother, both my mothers, my mom and my mom-in-law, my father here, my father up there, my sisters, my brother, my husband, my friends, they are the strongest support system in my life. तो उनको ज़्यादा granted ना ले, और उनको ज़्यादा, खुद से भी ज़्यादा अगर importance अगर आप दोगे, ज़िंदगी बहुत अच्छी कटेगी.
You did 3 more questions, right? रिश्ते का एक turn around हो. Like I felt that ऐसा नहीं होता, घरों में नहीं होता. ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो अपनी सोच के साथ रह जाते हैं, वो बहुत ही रिजिड होते हैं अपने थॉट्स में, और वो नहीं बदलते अपने ख्याल. और मैं एक्चुअली दैट्स व्हाई मैंने उनका टर्न अराउंड नहीं दिखाया, क्योंकि असली जिंदगी में हर एक कैरेक्टर का परिवर्तन नहीं होता.
मेरा दूसरा सवाल रणवीर से है. रणवीर,
नमस्कार सर.
नमस्कार.
पिक्चर अच्छी लगी आपको? क्या बात है.
मेरा सवाल ये है कि जब तोता सर पूरा वहाँ से इवेंट से आते हैं और बड़ा इमोशनल सीन है वहाँ पर उनका, वहाँ से आपका एक इमोशनल स्पीच शुरू होता है, वो टर्न अराउंड कितना मुश्किल रहा आपसे, क्योंकि ये अपने आप एक हाइट पर थे, इमोशनल हाइट पे, वहाँ से वो सीन पिकअप करना कितना मुश्किल रहा है लगता?
सर मैं तो बहुत ही शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि टोटा सर laid the fertile soil for that emotion to end up where it did when we embraced each other. पर्सनली जब मैं देखता था तो एट सम पॉइंट जब टोटा सर अपनी कहानी बता रहे हैं रॉकी को, तो आई वॉज इन टीयर्स, एंड देन रॉकी बात करना शुरू होता है, फिर मैं हंस रहा हूँ कि वो क्या क्या बोल रहा है, कि फैटों को फैट नहीं बोल सकते, ब्लैकों को ब्लैक नहीं बोल सकते, और पूरी पब्लिक का भी रिएक्शन ये था. तो आई थिंक दैट्स अ स्पेशल सीन, क्योंकि अक्सर नहीं होता ऐसे कि आप हंसते हंसते रोते हो, रोते रोते हंसते हो. But all credit to the directors, to Karan, to Tota sir. I've been reading all of the heartfelt react to that scene, and it's really filled my heart with joy. ये बहुत फाइन लाइन होता है ह्यूमर और इमोशन का. जैसे कि अंजलि अभी भी बोल रही थी कि जब उन्होंने एंट्री की तो मैंने उनके लिए वो हाउस डाउन वाला सीन जो उन्होंने किया है, करण अर्जुन की फिल्म मुझको राणा जी माफ करना, जब वो सीन आता है हॉल्स में पागल हो गए हंस रहे लोग, और फिर इमीडिएटली हार्ड कट तमाचा पड़ता है और इतना इमोशनल आउटबर्स्ट, एंड बोथ वर्क wonderfully well, and they're juxtaposed back to back just like that. So that's what I think is a very special aspect of what Karan and the team created. कि एक फिल्म और ऐसे सीन्स जो आपको हंसते हंसते रुलाए, रोते रोते हंसाए, और फुल होलसम व्यूइंग एक्सपीरियंस थे. आप हंसे भी, रोए भी, तालियां और सीटियां भी पीटी, और क्या चाहिए हिंदी फिल्मों में है.
Your center. राहुल फ्रॉम द फिल्मिंग लेक्चर. मेरा सवाल कॉमन क्वेश्चन है आलिया आपसे भी, धर्म सर आपसे भी, और करण सर आपसे भी. आपके पीछे एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत लाइन लिखी है, लव है तो सर. ये
वाह कितनी खूबसूरत लाइन है ना सर.
थोड़ा ये कुछ ऐसी लाइन है जो कुछ लोग महसूस भी कर सकते हैं.
कितनी खूबसूरत लाइन. कौन सा लाइन सर, बोलिए फिर से. करण गौर से सुनिएगा.
मैं ये बैक स्टोरी बोलूं?
नहीं जरूरी नहीं है, करण समझ गया.
सवाल
नहीं.
अच्छा बाबा बोल देते हैं ये रणवीर सिंह की लाइन थी, इन्होंने लिखा था ये लाइन और वो सीन कट गया.
ओहो. अच्छा, करण जी से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि जब ये फिल्म जब भी कुछ महीने बाद स्ट्रीमिंग वगैरह Amazon Cineplex, सर, Amazon एंड Cineplex, तो एक्सटेंडेड वर्जन सर प्लीज। लोग डिमांड करें कि रानी का जो थीम सॉन्ग था, रानी का जो इंट्रो म्यूजिक है, आमी रानी बास बे वो वाला, और जो भी डिलीटेड सीन्स जो 3 आवर 10 मिनट्स का जो कट था सर, प्लीज कंसिडर, वी वुड लव टू सी ऑल दैट एंड मोर।
घर में बैठ के वो ठीक है, लेकिन सिनेमा हॉल में थोड़ा अड़चन हो जाता है अगर मैं 3 घंटे 10 मिनट की पिक्चर रिलीज करता हूँ।
रणवीर, सवाल पे आते हैं। मेरा सवाल ये था कि आप धर्म सर, आप भी करण सर, आलिया, ये कितनी फिल्मी बातें लगती है और कितना हकीकत, अपना कुछ एक्सपीरियंस आप शेयर करें तो आपके फैंस के लिए मोटिवेशन मिलेगा। तो ये लव है तो सब है, कितना जस्टिफाई होता है ये चीज़, कितनी फिल्मी बातें और कितनी हकीकत है?
सर मैं क्या कहूँ, आई हैव लिमिटेड लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस, पर इतना ज़रूर कह सकता हूँ दैट इफ देयर वाज एवर अ ट्रू एंड ऑथेंटिक लाइन इन दिस मूवी और समथिंग दैट आई कुड शेयर फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर आई हैव लर्न फ्रॉम लाइफ, तो यही है, सच है, सत्य वचन है, लव है तो सब है, लव है ना तो सब, बाकी सब समझे। इट इज़ द मोस्ट special, precious and most magical thing that exists in our lives and universe. I believe it with all my heart. It's not just with your romantic partner, आपकी family के साथ भी, आपके friends के साथ भी, आपके colleagues के साथ भी, सबके साथ, जब love है तो सब है।
नहीं, मैं अग्री करूँगी। ऑल्सो ये फिल्मी, आई डोंट थिंक फिल्मी इतना है, आई थिंक इट्स द मतलब सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर आप बोलते हो अगर लव है तो सब है, क्योंकि अगर आपके अंदर लव है तो आप खुद से खुश रहोगे, लोगों के लिए अगर आप लोगों की तरफ आप प्यार दोगे तो वो खुश रहेंगे, आपके अगर आसपास लविंग रिलेशनशिप्स है तो सब खुश रहेंगे, लव विन्स ऑलवेज, सो दैट फीलिंग वो कभी चेंज नहीं होगा, इसलिए दिस लाइन इज वेरी एप्ट। और आई टेल यू द मोमेंट वी वर डूइंग अ सीन और इम्प्रॉम्प्टू वो रॉकी से निकल गया जब वो रानी से बात कर रहा है, लव
I'll tell you the situation also, वो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे के साथ अलग अलग एंगल्स कि ऐसा है वैसा है, ये होगा, फिर वो कहेंगे, फिर ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा, इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स और कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है जो सिचुएशन में रॉकी और रानी है उस वक्त, और वो उसको पूछता है तो बस मुझे एक बात हो, तू लव करती है ना मुझे? हाँ, कहते लव है तो सब, लव है यू विल फिगर आउट एवरीथिंग एल्स, मेन चीज वो है।
That's my this thing. So I think that's the only difference between not the prosperous or the Punjabi youth, not that. That's the only difference. But otherwise, I really resonate with the person that she is, the values that she stands for, and the openness that she has to accept that she's made a mistake. That's something that I've also been brought up with. That if you've made a mistake, you have to accept it, and that's what she does at the end of the film, where she says, "I'm sorry." You know, यहाँ गुस्सा थोड़ा सा एक लेवल आगे चला गया।
Thank you so much. Hi, Karan, this question is for you.
I welcome to everyone.
Hi, Karan.
Yes,
to match our times today. And Rocky or Rani may be rooted characters, rooted and embedded in the heartbed of family, but they brought something new. So I don't think you can compare the two, but I do know that this is now a love story benchmark.
All right, one last question, ma'am, please.
Karan, this question
A
is
few
for
things
you.
before we
Karan.
move on. एक तो since we touched upon the Bengali line, एक वो hit dialogue एक बार आलिया जी हमारे दोस्तों के लिए।
फैला हो।
Nice. अरे तालियां पीटाओ।
Karan, this question is for you.
Ma'am, sorry, one more second. I won't take too long. Ma'am, I've been in the halls. The reaction to the brass scene is off the charts. Especially when she says, "Choli के पीछे क्या है? Hey! Choli के पीछे क्या है? Hey!" And then she asks him, "Choli के पीछे में what is it? चोली के पीछे में क्या है? हाँ? मतलब इतने माचो इंसान का जो कचरा किया है इन्होंने, वाह, पब्लिक ऐसे तालियां पीट रही है, मैम, you must go to the cinema halls while you're here in town and just see the reaction.
But your expression at the other end, I kept looking at your insecure eyes.
And so,
he had no clue what lingerie was. He decided to just take this trip and he said, "Card max karenge aaj." He thought that they were going to buy some really fun designer clothes for Rocky Randhawa.
so how they're noticing all these small nuances, it's pretty incredible, huh?
Yeah, but those are all.
Speaking of which, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, हमसे ही मिलने आए हैं, आप वेट कर लेंगे 2 मिनट, कुर्सी लाओ मैडम के लिए. Love your sari. Very nice color and style, babes. I like it.
Thanks, Ranveer.
Is it Manish Malhotra?
It's Poroma.
Oh, nice. So, I wanted for you to elaborate a little bit more on this updated syntax, because another thing, I've been keeping my ear to the ground for people's reactions, and a lot of them are saying, and this is making me very secretly proud, but I will share my pride with you, they're saying it's one of your better films, and you are somebody who's made iconic films, like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, K3G, and they're saying there's more culture, texture, world that you've created in the characters, in on everything, every aspect of the mise en scène, the production design, the clothes, the spoken word, the dialogue. Can you tell us what it is about Rocky Rani that sets it apart in this way from the rest of your filmography? It's most certainly, जैसे what is that line? सोच नहीं, स्वाद वही.
Soch nahi, swad wahi. I mean, I don't know how to assess my own work, but I have been very busy this last week, only receiving love, and it's an abundance. It's an abundance, and that feeling of joy I don't think I've ever had through my career.
I really liked the film, but the best part was the casting.
Yes.
From there to here,
Yes.
it was fantastic. But tell me, how difficult was this?
It was easy. I had Shanu Sharma. Shanu Sharma is a rock star casting director, and here's a little secret. She's an exclusive YRF power force, but she is allowed to only do my directorial films because Adi is such a dear friend of the family that he has allowed Shanu to work for me when I direct a film, and I'm humbled and privileged because she's so amazing. All these wonderful actors, besides Ranveer and Alia, of course, that I took the liberty of casting myself.
So I'm also Shanu Sharma.
Yes, you are also Shanu's talent.
By the way, so am I. Even I'm Shanu Sharma's discovery.
Yes,
Yeah.
so Shanu Sharma must be given due credit. But whether it was Churni and Tota and Anjali and Shiti, Amir Bashir, Namit Das, Abhinav Sharma, the entire cast of the film, besides Jaya ji, Dharam ji and Shavana ji and Ranveer and Alia, both Shanu Sharma proteges, it was her. I had nothing. She used to show me the audition. I used to always tell her, send me 2 that you love. Chanto apne aap or send me 2. It was a no-brainer seeing these auditions. They were like my first choices as soon as I saw them. From Churni there right up to Shiti and everyone in between were my first choices. And I was very happy that this film is what it is only because not only of the writing force but the actor energy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.